Hi, I hope you're having a great week so far. Today I'm going to wrap up the Vacation with Vitality series with how to keep the best mementos from your vacation. We all have to go back to work. We all have our school schedules and daily chores coming back at us really fast. But how do you preserve all that renewal and all those wonderful things that you gained and gleaned from your time together on vacation? You know, a time away, whether it's a staycation, a beach vacation, off to the mountains hiking, or in a theme park somewhere, you can build memories with your family and friends, and you can renew your mind, your body, your spirit from that time of rest and play. It's so valuable to helping us renew our energy and become our best selves, but we don't want to leave that behind when we return to our normal schedules. We want to take that with us, and when things get distracting, we can easily forget all the wonderful renewal that we were so blessed with on our vacations. A way to keep those memories alive and all that you gained is to keep something tangible in front of you. So here are some interesting ways to do that other than a scrapbook. Everyone's heard of scrapbooking. I personally tried it. It was so messy and it required a lot of space to keep doing the scrapbooking. I just couldn't keep up with it. It was too time consuming and made too big of a mess. Some people are really great at that. So if that's your thing, good on you. I'm glad that you have a way to keep your memories. Sometimes, though, it's good to have a memory keepsake placed out where you can see it all the time. And a scrapbook is going to be closed up and put away. So on my blog, I have a bulleted list, and I'm going to list them for you now, some alternative and creative ways that you can keep your memories alive from vacation. So when you're on your trip, you want to collect a few little things here and there. You're also going to take pictures, obviously. That's very important to make sure that you preserve those memories through photographs. So some things that you can do that are quick and easy is to create collage gifts, and those will double as wonderful gifts to give people over the holidays. Grandparents love to get collage gifts. Photo calendars are great because those are good for you to have and to give to distant relatives like grandparents or aunts and uncles. They might enjoy seeing pictures of the babies over their next coming year. You can also create keepsake jars. These are jars that have like little things inside of them. A candle is a great thing because that makes it a functional piece of art to keep in your house. You can put sand and shells from the beach in your keepsake jar. Depending on where you went, you might put different little items in the keepsake jar. And you can stick physical photographs around the edges of the jar as well as something that you can do. Or you can create a vacay vase, which would be taking a photograph of each person and cutting out their face, making it big enough to be like the center of a flower, and then you'll stick little petals coming out of their face, and it's kind of a whimsical way of putting flowers of people in a vase. And then you have a photo vase, and you can put, if you were at the beach, then everybody's smiling, and you've got all these smiling little pictures of people in the center of flowers in the vase. And then in the bottom of the vase, if it was a beach vacation, you might choose to put some shells and some sand to hold those flowers together in the vase. And then you have some other opportunities to maybe decoupage some very sheer thin photographs around the edges of that clear vase. So there are lots of things that you can do with decoupage with your photographs as well. You can take the TV trays. We always eat on TV trays at home, and you can take those and decoupage photographs from your vacation on top of those TV trays. So then all year long, as you're having dinner in front of the television, which we often do, you are able to just look back on that and remember your vacation time. And that reminds you, it keeps it fresh in your mind of how renewing and how wonderful that time was with your family, or even how wonderful that time was if you were off by yourself or as a couple. So a shadow box tabletop is something that's quick and easy to create. You can probably find one that someone else has already made online. That would be a clear top to the table, but then there's a space just under that clear see-through surface where you can put a display of objects. So you can put all of these objects, shells if it's from a beach vacation, and photographs in that display case that is your coffee table. And you can have end tables that are like that too, so you can rotate your displays from vacation and keep that wonderful memory alive. If you went on a hike, you could maybe put some pieces of dried herbs and things that you found and some wonderful river rocks that you found, and that'll make a really interesting display on your coffee table. You can also do a screensaver montage very easily with your digital photographs. I actually have an app on my computer that's a photo collage app. And so I took all the photos that I selected and it mixed them and rearranged them and made a shape out of the photographs. So I have a shape collage that I then sent to a company and had a blanket made, and that was a gift for my husband. All the pictures of all the people that love him were made into a heart shape on top of a wonderful, comfy Sherpa blanket, so he can wrap himself like a hug with all of his friends' pictures on it. So that's kind of nice, and he really enjoyed that. Some people really love those kinds of sentimental gifts, and you know who they are. If you use your vacation photos, you can actually plan your Christmas gifts with them, and sometimes those are things that you need to know who's going to really appreciate that. You can also create a banner with the photographs to display at next year's vacation. If your vacation time is a family reunion or something just within your nuclear family, you can display, this is what we did last year, remember this, when you come to next year's vacation. So that's kind of a fun mid-year project that you can do kind of in January as you're planning the next summer vacation. Here's what we're going to be looking back on from last year and looking forward to for next year. So that's kind of a fun thing to do. You can create a video app, which some of those social media sites will automatically do that. And then you can share those in a loop and say, here's the loop, send it around and send it to the family members in your family and have them schedule times to send the video loop of all of the photos around to everyone else. You can also schedule your photos to post automatically on something like Hootsuite, so that every so often you will see a video or a picture come up from your vacation. So that will kind of keep that memory alive for you. You can also have in your home a gallery space, like your hallway, your stairwell, and put shadow boxes in there. They're easier to do than fancy portraits. You just stick a few pictures in each shadow box, and then you'll put a few items in there. Say you went on a Disney vacation. You can put a few photos of the family from this year's vacation, and then put maybe a little Minnie Mouse hat or something that you picked up while you were there that year that you really, really loved. Put those things, those little items in the front, and the pictures will be on the back wall, and then put that for this year, and each year you'll have a new shadow box on your gallery wall. And it's a fun and quick way to do it that you'll always see in front of you in your home without having to pull out a scrapbook. You can also create a decoupage collage effect around a bathroom mirror or a bedroom mirror, and that way those photographs will always be there. If you happen to have a metallic frame for your mirror, which you could create if you're very crafty, you could take a mirror and create a metal frame, or you can buy one already done, which is just as cheap and easier. Then you can get some clear magnetic photo frames, and you could just stick your photos in there and put them all around the mirror on the magnetic surface, the metal surface. Those little magnetized photo frames will stick, and you can just put them all around and arrange them around your mirror, and you'll have them with you all year long. So that'll be some way that you can display that. You can also make sun catchers. That's kind of a fun thing whether you have kids or not. You print your photos on like a vellum type paper, very thin paper, or you can print them on like a see-through kind of surface and on your laser printer that you have at home, and just print them out and then arrange them on a sun catcher shape. You can buy those shapes already made at the craft store and hang them in the window, and kids can make them. You can do a rainy day project, a snowy day project. When you're missing your time in the sun from the summer, you can create those and hang them in the window, and the sun will shine right through everybody's smiling faces that were there at the beach that day, and it'll remind you of all that wonderful time that you had together. So don't let your time slip back and away from you and forget all about all the wonderful renewal that you experienced. If you had a spiritual retreat time, Put that verse on your screen catcher. Put it on your computer. Do some things to keep those memories alive and right in front of you. And I hope that you have a wonderful and blessed rest of your summer, and I look forward to seeing you for the start of a new series next week. Bye-bye.